What's going on, everyone? Still having some issues with my OBS software for broadcasting and stuff, so I'm just trying to figure that out. Thought I would do a simple patterning stream today because my hands are pretty messed up. As of a few days ago, I had a split on every finger and my thumb of my left hand. So, good stuff. Really fun. We're streaming on Twitch and YouTube, as well as on YouTube Shorts today. And I am going to just work my way through... Oh my god, it didn't bring my bottle inside? No hydration? I think I got some Coke Zero, which was fake hydration. I don't know. I'm going to work my way through a pattern. I'm going to do a satchel that's got some like cooler lines than the ones I've done. And I plan to bomb through the whole thing on stream. And then you guys can, if you're still here, you can get the pattern for free. Pretty cool. I figured I'd start advertising that a bit, so entice you all to come into the stream. Yeah, so a couple hours. What time is it? Almost 2. Not too bad. A couple hours. We'll get it done. And then do I have my here's one of the problems. I don't have my giant monitor TV that I got for you guys, but at least I'm close here with the monitors instead of squinting across my workbench. I'm gonna grab a drink and then I'm going to open up Illustrator and pattern out a satchel, and you guys can ask questions and shoot the shit and support the stream and all that kind of fun stuff. We'll be back in a sec. It took a lot of effort today to not just go play Warcraft. I'm totally hooked again. I'm totally hooked. Fuck. Brutal. Let's put on a little easy listening. White bat audio. Oh, I could do this. I could turn it down in here. Turn it up in here. Is that okay for that music? Hopefully it's okay. Where are we? Where are our buttons here? Boom, buttons. Oh, that's you guys. Let's move you guys out of the way. There we go. OBS. So this is a quick. I might as well give you a quick overview of how everything's laid out for my. This is generally a template. It's got some past stuff on it. I've edited it up for my Satchel 3 here. Num nums. All right. That's some Coke Zero right there. I need to move my chats around, or I'm going to be really confused. Can I just close this chat and open it again? Multi-chat. Thought you mean to work. Nope. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Chat is disabled. That's not true. I don't know what's going on here. Anyways. Oh, I know what I need to open up. Sorry. Fuck, what was it called? I just got it. Oh yeah. This is gonna solve my chat issue, I think. Sorry, bear with me. I would solve it if I could find it. Let's try this again. Streamer. Open file location. Oh man, I had this all set up really nice, and now I'm fucking it up. Okay, well, where is it? Oh, there it is. Put that over here. Put that over here. Aha! That's better. Alright, now in theory I can see all the chats. In theory. We'll see how in theory that goes. Anyways. Here's what I got for my setup. So I've got my general stuff up here, which is my front page. Build notes, tools and supplies. I don't know what happened to those tools, whatever, I'll fill them in later. I've got a conversion chart for different thicknesses of leathered, millimeters, whatever. And then I'll do a screenshot of the whole pattern here that I post, and then sometimes I build the pattern kind of part by part and lay it out for people. And then I've got version notes. And then here, these are all butted together, and they're all narrower than a 8.5 by 11 to try and fit to fit a 4 and 8.5 by 11. They're a little tight, and they are stuck together so I can bridge pattern pieces across them and not have to worry about stuff I used to do. I wish I had a video of what I used to do, because it's absolutely hilarious what I used to do. Let's see here. Where's my... There are you guys again. Whoops. Let's go over here, buddy. Yeah. Anyways, that's about it. What am I doing? Alright. And then over here is where I put my SVG. So this is what becomes my laser file area. Then over here, I'm gonna open this up. My chat's so fucked up right now. I'd like a large iced tea from Frazzle. Do I have this all? I don't think it's... Man, it's not really... Yeah. It's got the shorts on one. Damn it. Anyways. Fuck it. I'm gonna try. If somebody's really needs to get a message across to me, it might be difficult. Because this is a mess today. I'm still trying to figure out my chats. Anyways, we're going to do a satchel today. It's really just a big pouch with a strap. So it's not exactly complicated. I want to have like kind of a cool flared bottom of it. And I want to put some art on it, obviously. Maybe I'll do some more of that, like kind of like cutaway art for laser cutters if I want to do that. But for now, we're going to use this as my area to map it out. We're gonna put our grid on. We're gonna put snaps on to make it really. It helps with structuring all of your structuring, balancing, mirroring, making everything lay out properly. The word escapes me. Somebody fill me in. Snap to grid. Now we just gotta figure out how big this thing is. It doesn't really need to be that big. I wanted to just do like a small little like. This isn't like, you can always just scale it up, so take that for what it is. As I sit here and look at my ruler. I think it's going to be more of a vertical satchel, and man, 12 inches is pretty good. That's really, is that too big? 12? 12, 10. 10 is kind of small, but it's, I didn't want it like gigantic. I wanted just a nice little something shoulder bag. 10 by 8 or 9. 9 is there. 10 by 9. That seems silly, but 11 by 9. Anyways, let's go. Let's just lay it out here and see what it looks like. Move my fucking ruler. Alright. It's not a terrible shape. It's what I want. Not too ridiculous. We got snap to grid on, so we can like keep everything laid out really nice. Boop, 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 boop. It'll snap to all your points. Yilna says I'm going to mute the live stream so I can work on my art. We'll check it periodically. I think if you're on the shorts feed, can you just do a quick message? I'm trying to see if it's on the... I got this add-on for messages. I wanted to see... Rencraft, are you on the shorts, Rencraft? Is that the boo? Yes, it is. Okay, so this stupid thing, unless Yenilith went on both, has everything. Alright. Moving on. Easy, we've got the body of our satchel. Kinda. I want it to Oh, wait, I wanted it to flare a bit. Well, we'll do it. We're going to select one single point, and then we're going to bounce that point out a few, because I want it to have like this kind of interesting bottom. And then we just got to remember how far over we went and do the same on the other side. I also wanted it to be like kind of like in here. Let's see. Then if we grab this, it'll do all the corners. We obviously don't want it to do all the corners. So we're gonna do like select one and then shift and select the other one. And try to get in a bit. I kind of want. Do I want more of a flare than that? I do. So I'm gonna go back and just bounce these little corners out a little more. Oops, it's a little too far. And then bounce them out over here. Once again, finding the center, because we've laid everything out. We can know exactly where the center is, and we can pull this down. Boop a doop a doop. Maybe there. Yes, maybe this bag won't just sit perfectly on the ground, but that's not the point. I want to make a cool bag. I just want it to look cool. More. Not bad. Grabbing our little dots. Pulling them in. If it's too pointy, it just gets a little weird at the corners to put your gusset in. I want it a little round. That's probably alright. I like that. The bottom half of my screen isn't showing it. Let me fix the shorts here, one sec. I'm going to go over to my shorts feed and... Oh, that's weird. My shorts feed's terrible. What happened to that? Thanks for the heads up. Where are you, display capture? And then take off camera item? Weird, that was very strange. I thought I had this all set up. Thanks for the heads up. Anyways, shorts people, I apologize. Let's cram this in here a little better. Oh, there's another one. Let's just delete this one then. What is this one? Nope. Fucking around on the air. No, I'm just gonna put it back to how it was. Damn it. Sorry everybody, I'm just farting around with stuff here. Camera, alerts. That's not what I don't want Illustrator. I do want display capture. Man, you gotta be like, that's kind of what I want. There. It's different because this will have my mouse cursor on it. Alright, fuck it, that's good enough. There, that's way better. Yeah, Justin, it'll be done in Illustrator and converted to SVG for laser. 100%. 100%. 50% will give you half. Like, what are you saying? I don't even know what you're saying because I need to better... What if I just open this way up here? Do that there. Put this on this side. It's not really what I want. Nope, that didn't work either. What a pain. Not quite what I want, but it'll work. Like half does not work with my brain. That's fair. It's like half. You know, that's fair. But I don't know what the question was because there's so many things now to read. I'm starting to get to the point where I might need to have like... People are going to have to start pinging me with questions through this. This isn't me advertising for this to happen. I'm going to try and work through the questions. But obviously super chat, so I'll be able to see the question better if you super chat it. As I look at it right now. Looking around here. Okay. Where were we? Oh yeah. We're making the satchel. Anyways, we got the first part of it. And, you know, the back's going to be the same but with a flap, so... Just move this over and kind of put it in a spot where it's going to stay even, because I want it. Is that in the right spot? No. Oh, now it's not going to do that because I curved the corners. Nice. Let's just leave it then. Fuck it. Fuck you. We're just going to leave you there. I refuse to screw around. Let's see. Boom. Now we'll do the back with the flap. Actually, let's do the flap. We'll still use this piece, but let's do the flap on the piece itself, just so we can kind of get an idea what it looks like. We're gonna lock it down first, which is Control-2. Actually, let's make it more opaque. So let's go 25%, and then lock it. So we've got this. We can work around this without selecting it. Then we can just easily. Everything's still on. Boom. Snap to grid. Snap to grid. Maybe it comes out here a little bit. How long is it? Eh, no, that's pretty good. This is just going to be total winging it for a second. Yeah, I'll probably do a single strap. You know, and sometimes you have to do this a few times to get it how you want it, but we're just rocking through it, right? So it's all in the right spot? No. This one is not. There, it's a little better. Man, there's so much chat going on. This is a problem now. Thank you for the membership there, gifted membership there, Rencraft. Appreciate it. And Dad was gifted a membership. Nice.
Rencraft gifted Dad a membership.
Is anybody else's audio gone crazy just a second there?
Rencraft gifted Mary Ann.
Or is it just my headset? I think it's OBS.
Rencraft gifted Ain Harger.
You hear something weird in the background, Yoho, or you hear something? No, it's Videzi. Crazy? Fuzzy. Yeah, okay. Let's go over there really quick and... Why does this not stay where I want it to? Let's mute that for now. Alerts. This crashed earlier, so maybe it has something to do with it. So I've muted the alert stuff for now. All right, where were we? All right, pretty straightforward bag stuff here we got going on. We're going to use our rounding tool again to pull these in. Make a nice little tip there. I want to sweep these edges in kind of like the bag itself. We've got rounded corners here. I probably want to do, whoops, not the whole thing. Just these ones. Actually, because I'm rounding them, it's going to bring the corners in more than I want it to. Let's undo these last little bits I did. Let's push this out more. Push this out more because it's going to come back in once I pull the corners in to make them round. That's okay like that. The patterning in Illustrator is pretty easy once you get going on it. Do I want anything with this part? I don't know. Fuck around with it and see. Sure. Yeah, why not? It's just a bag flap. Don't forget the serpent head on the strap end. Nice. Is my voice all screwed up? Or is it just... I would imagine you guys would have been pretty on it if my voice was screwed up. Mirror, you can mirror like if you're going crazy and something isn't lining up, you can just like in theory you could just grab half of it. This tool here is like the direct selection tool. It'll select only what you mouse over or select as a point, and this will select whole objects. So you can go over half of this thing, but it's gonna grab this as well because it doesn't have any nodes in it, so it just grabs the whole piece. If I delete it, this whole part will delete, and so will this and this and this all the way down to here, right? So but that means you could select it, and so you can go object, transform, and then you can reflect it, and then copy it. It might get weird because of one sec, let me just double check. Object, transform, reflect, horizontal. No, it should be vertical. Anyways, sometimes it screws up. Usually I'll just go like this, and I'll go Control X, then I'll paste it back down again, and then I'll transform it with a reflect, and then you can see it's reflected properly, and then you can paste it over to the other side. But sometimes if it's still linked to stuff, it'll warp your nodes a bit, so it's good to just cut it out and redo it. Where was I? Oh, you're all here for the Magnus voice ASMR. Just need to do a happy little node over here. Yeah, I don't know if I like the curves on that. What if I do this? It's kind of interesting. Could get it just very round. No. I also don't like the, I don't know what that was. Somebody did another thing, but I didn't see it. Which is funny. So thank you for whoever did the other thing. So much shit. I want to bring this up. Oh, it's got a little weird here. Jimmy, I make almost everything in Illustrator now, but I didn't before. So the two bags that I have as patterns, I only have ever done two satchels, or both weren't done in Illustrator, but now have been done in Illustrator afterwards. So just thinking how I want to do this. This is more of a teaching stream than a... There's something I wanted to do that I'm forgetting that I wanted to do it. You know, I think because of how weird that strap, I don't want, if I'm making a bag, I really don't want a piece of leather like that anyways. So I'm gonna, this is gonna be the stream, people. It's gonna be me changing my mind. It's gonna be me changing my mind a lot. So we're just gonna take this whole bucket tongue out. All right. Let's go. But once I get going, once I get the, like, this is the main part. Everything else is, it's pretty straightforward. Figuring out your curves and your flap are all like the main part of what you're doing. Man, what a mess of chat. Jimmy, for my armor, it depends on the armor. Some of it I can do in Illustrator, but most of the time I have to prototype it, and then I take it into Illustrator and Illustratorize it, if you know what I'm saying. Where am I? the hell? There was something that you can use to change these, but I forgot what it was. Anyways, do that. Yeah, Yoho, that's not a terrible idea. Most of that is just, I'll prototype out what I'm doing, and then I'll often take it apart, unless the paper templates are close. Usually, I'm prototyping and changing the paper, and then redoing the leather, and changing the paper and redoing the leather, so the paper is down to pretty close to what I need, and then I can scan the paper and bring it into Illustrator. But now the question is this what I want? A single strip over the top? Not really. Not really, honestly. Why is that double jumping? There we go. Do it like the scrap leather pattern. Yeah, that's also how my my other satchel is kind of like that too. Those new greaves are still in the process of being done. Sorry. Hopefully this month. All right, let's fill this just so I can stop losing my mind. Is that what I want to do? Not really. I like the idea of having something on top of it that. What if it's like? Let's do something weird here. Let's go. We're gonna offset this path to bring in a second overlapping piece. I'm gonna do like -10. It's not bad. I'm gonna give 10 millimeters. I do like my layers on pieces, so let's do something like that where it's got like this nice overlapping flap design of some kind. That always makes things stand out. Then I can put a bunch of art in here. Look good. Do I want to bring... I still kind of want to have the strap be separate though. Add a little dot here. Curve your edges. Nice, Melissa. That's awesome. So if we're doing something like, I kind of want to have words were hard, really. That was a difficult bunch of words. Sometimes you have to put nodes in, because like if I just grab this, right? Well, not sometimes. You have to put nodes in all the time. But if I just grab this, it's going to pull from that one node down there, So you just grab the node tool, and then you go like, I don't want it to get too fucked up. Sometimes it does weird things, but that I'm still trying to figure out. But those are both, they're both snapped onto those points. So in theory, when I pull this out, right, it's got a place to grip. So we can also add another one up here. We want the center to stay. We can bring this down like here. Bring this down like here. This kind of looks like how I did my other one, but whatever. Just fuck it around for now. Oops. Let's put that back. And then we can do something funky with these. That's not bad. Not great, but not bad. Bring this out. Boop. Hey, Paul. How are you? And why does Paul have a yellow name? I'm so confused. What's the yellow name from? Is that shorts? Must be. Paul must be on shorts. Just working my way through a pattern here, Paul. I'm doing great. We're streaming on shorts. Oh, thanks, Ingles. I missed that. Appreciate you. That's awesome. And that's a weird sunglasses thing. We've got a bunch of viewers today. I think the whole free pattern thing might be a great idea. Don't you think? What if I just start doing free patterns every Friday? I'd get really good at patterning, and I would produce a lot of patterns. Because if you didn't know, I sell patterns, so I got lots of patterns for sale as well. If you guys are interested, I'm not super excited about what's going on with this closure right now, but you know, we're just playing around. Could be a buckle. But then I would have to do a second one. I'd do a crazy pattern draft. I could just double it up. I could do the pattern draft stream, and then I could, a week later, maybe the Thursday, maybe I do back-to-back Thursday, Friday. Like then the Thursday is I build it, and then everybody else can be building it too. And then Friday I do a new one, and then Thursday. What's the little slit and a knob closure called? Loop and the toggle, like a toggle loop kind of deal, or a button. I guess it's a button. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't even know what it's called. I just always call those. I make leather ones, and I call them toggles. Melissa says, I can't decide which pattern I want to try first, but I like the guided pattern idea. Melissa, I don't know if you've done my fantasy pouch. Well, you said first. So I've got fantasy pouch 2, which is really new. And in the Discord server, there's a bunch of people that did it for one of the contests. I run contests on the Discord server a lot. Check out all those photos because that'll really inspire you to see what everybody did with that pattern. It's a pretty straightforward pattern. It's got some like... not basic elements, but it's not overly complicated, and it's fairly small, you know. And I think it looks really cool, and the art's pretty cool. I'm biased though. Oh my god, there's so much spam going on with my bots now. I gotta slow them down or something, or figure out a better way of parsing stuff. You know, I bet I can turn off bot messages. Settings, bots. Where are you, bottos? Highlight messages when chat mentions you. Sure. Platforms, bots. Where's the bots? Of course, I can't find it right now. Anyways, you try and improve the stream and everything goes crazy. All right. So here's where we're at. I don't like the tongue because it kind of looks like my other bag's tongue, and I want to make something different. So I'm just thinking about what I want to do. You were saying the toggle's not bad. Like where you would have just like, we could just move this. If you do a leather one, you could put the leather toggle right on the front here. Boom. And then you've got, I can't really draw in this, but I can pretend to draw. You do a couple little holes down here. Whoops. I usually do it like this. I'm not sure if that's the dumbest or smartest way to do it, but it's just how I've done it. And I haven't done it a lot, so maybe I'll change my mind. So lace goes through the bottom holes, out through these holes, in a loop. I wonder if I can just do this. Is this going to be weird? Yes, I'm sure it will be. Just grab this, and it goes loops up over this thing. Look at that. Fancy. And it'll loop over that. This is I've never done something like this before. This is funny looking, but you get the idea, right? And it just loops over the thingy. And I think that's not a terrible idea. But we can also add a bunch of options to the bag if we wanted to for closures. So that's an easy one I can do in a bit here. while I think about how we're doing our while I think about how we're going to do our closure, let's get rid of this. Oop, come on, let's go. I'm going to work out the rest of this bag because we're just sitting here being silly. Let's grab this, and we're going to copy it just so we have it back up. Flip it around, and we're going to give it a gusset of, who knows. It's a good gusset on its little bag. 3 inches? We're thinking about what's the fucking word I'm looking for? My brain just absolutely melted. Not seam. Exactly. Anyways, 3 inches is probably not bad. Let's see, 3 inches. 3 inches. It's probably pretty good. Let's go through it. Yeah, a seam allowance. Thank you. Thank you, yo. I was going crazy. All right, so I think 3 inches is probably good. We can just easily see that with our boxes. Each one of these boxes is 1 inch. This is going to act a little weird because it is not on the center line that I wanted it to be. Let's unlock this. This is like, because I've got these curves on this, it's not exactly centered anymore, I don't think. Yeah, it's off of my center here. So I'm just going to keep those over there for the... Like, it's not a big deal. Like, I could probably work with it, but it'll be easier just to do this. I can just go... And then take this up to 3 inch. There. So now we've got 1, 2, 3 inches of space. We can unlock this silly one. And we can... Silly one. Whatever. We can put the opacity back up on this. And then we just need to delete these with our direct selection tool. This one over here. Remember, there's the direct, which will get those lines. And this one will get the whole thing. So if I delete, it'll delete the whole thing. Then we can just link these together. Boom. Boom. Perfect. Marianne says, round the points to match the bag. You mean like these little points? Possibly, yeah. Depends on where I want to go with them. Or do you mean over here? Either way. Yeah, something definitely needs to be rounded. I'm going to play with this one just because it's easy to mess around here. Now, do I want it to go up and over? I kind of want it to go right up and over on this art piece, right? Because we've got, like, if you think about it, we've got a 3 inch gusset. There's going to be a bunch of rounded space that we can't see here because it's just a flat image. That's this stuff here. I really think we should pull this all the way down to make a nice big art piece that'll go right over the flap, even on the curve, because I think that'll be cool. And whatever, you know, is what it is. It'll be cool or it won't be cool. Oh, thanks, Ty. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in and saying love your work. I appreciate the love. If any of you are new here, make sure you check out the Discord server. You can type !Discord, and 90% of the time it'll work in the chat. And we're closing in on 900 people in there. I run contests where you win patterns just by entering the contest. So I'll do up a pattern like this, and I'll say, hey, in 3 weeks, I want to see everybody's version of this bag. And then you would get the bag for free somehow, like this stream, or you'd buy it or get it on my Patreon. And then when you enter the contest, just for entering, I give you a free pattern or art pack. So you're automatically, it's just free wins. And then there is a my choice and a popular vote that gets 2 free two free patterns as prizes or art packs. And my master plan with all this is that I like doing stuff once, and I like doing patterns, and I like I love seeing what other people do with my patterns. So I'm just trying to make more patterns so I can push out patterns without ever making it, and then I can get the photos from you guys, and that helps me sell the pattern while also helping you guys get more patterns. There we go. Angles, you keep forgetting to claim your damn patterns. Well, they're there whenever you want them. You know they're there. So extend the top piece over the top, narrowing into a couple strips on the back to use as belt loops. I see what you're saying. Oh, belt loops, though. This is good. I think it's a little too big for belt loops, but because I want to do a strap on this one. That's a good idea, though. I like that idea for a pouch in the future. All right, so we need to push this back to here or so. Let's just take the whole thing. We got our direct selection tool. We're taking 2 nodes, right? So we got this one node here and this here. And because I've used the direct selection tool, and I can just hold shift and bring it down. I've also changed my settings so that it's really quite small. But then we got to do this with this too. You know what? I'm going to changing my plan because I can. I'm deleting the whole thing. I want it to be exactly, I'm retentive sometimes. I want it to be exactly the same, 100% the same all the way around distance from the edge. So we're going to redo our offset path, which will create another path. We're doing the whole thing, but we don't want to do the whole thing. That's ridiculous. Let me get this over here as a guide. Just so I got a general idea of where we want it to stop, right? We're going over the top, boom. So maybe around here. Put in well, it should work. We got snap on? We got snap. And this hasn't moved. It should work. Well, let's change it. We're going to take snap off. Ugh, scary. We're going to come over here and we are going to put... Let's do a little further. Just a little further. A node here. Fuck. What the hell? Work your damn thing. A node... Oh, there. We got the plus sign. Boom. What's going on? What have I done? It's already got nodes there? Weird. I think there's nodes already there, so I'm just going to delete these. Yeah, there's already shit there. There. Easy. Easy. Super simple. Yeah, the flap is definitely a patch. You'll see shortly. So I want this to go, I don't want it to just stop at the edge. I want it to go a little bit so that it kind of disappears behind the bag. Not too much further. I know there's a straight line here, so I don't have to worry about my craziness. I can this time grab the nodes and pull them down just a bit at like extremely slow speeds. Let's hold it and shift and pull. An extra inch. Then we can do this. Did that snap? Yes. And then we're going to pull the center line out. Actually, now that this is being like this, let's put the snap back on. We're going to pull our center line out a little bit, just a little bit. And then we can grab our corners and do that. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Just a little fun. Now let's just get this part, because I don't know how many of you are going to be here for the whole stream or not, but for now, hole placement. So this is a layer that I want to be able to carve and put on to this bag. You don't have to do this. You could just leave it as is, but I like this kind of stuff. So when you get my patterns, A lot of my patterns are super simple, but then they've got like art elements that are layered on top to add complexity. You can do it or you can not do it, whatever the fuck you want to do. All right. We remember our offset, right? So we're going back into our offset. We're going to do something like this and maybe 4 millimeters, maybe. It's probably all right. 4 mil. And then, while it's selected still, there's a bunch of graphic styles I could use here that I've recorded. But to make one from scratch for our stitching, we are going to do stroke. And we're going to make it a dashed line. We're getting there. We're close. We're close. We want it rounded. But we don't want the dash to have any length to it. We want it to have weight, but not length. We want a gap. So a lot of the time, it's around 16 or 16 to 18. So let's just do 17. So now we've got little tiny dots. Let's go back in here. And then I'm always trying to work in millimeters with this. I go 1.5 millimeters just for the hell of it. Now we've got some lovely stitching holes. If I'm happy with these stitching holes, which I don't see why I wouldn't be, I will then prep them immediately for like, so they don't get fucked with. And so they're good with lasers. ATD Crafty, good morning from Australia. Just wanted to say a huge thank you. I bought patterns and crafted a set of wax-hardened armor and wore it to a medieval festival held in my town. Hey, my accent changed through that whole sentence. I won an award. What? Are you on the Discord server? We got to see this stuff. Exclamation mark Discord in the chat. Join the Discord server if you're not on there. And if you are and you've already posted it, post it again so I can see it. Anyways, where was I? That's awesome. That's like we got like a trio of award winners now. That's great. So I'm gonna give you a really quick laser cutter crash course. The most important thing you need to remember for laser cutters. Is there anything more important? Not really. This is the thing that'll fuck you up right away and you'll be a little lost. So if you hit Control and Y in your Adobe Illustrator, this is what the laser cutter sees. So what does it see? It sees a bunch of lines. So you're going to get a bunch of lines when it opens your SVG. If you save this as an SVG right now and opened it in like Lightburn or your laser software of choice, it will see a bunch of lines. So what you need to do is you need to expand the appearance of this stroke you've got here, this stroked path. So you expand appearance and then expand. I don't know why you have to do it twice. And I've got these shortcutted F4 or 5. I use them all the time. This looks good to me, fill stroke. And then you'll see now they're all individual little items. And if you go like this, they're all individual little items, right? Wonderful. I also will always go in and do a stroke and remove the fill, because why not? It takes less ink. Let's bring that stroke up just for the sake of what we're doing right now. But I'll reduce everything when I do it. When I do the SVG version, I reduce everything to 0.25 for all my cut lines, and I will then. That's about all I wanted to say. I make it red because that's my cut color, which is a bit annoying because it's hard to see in here. I should probably change that, but for now it's red. John says, wet your leather before cutting on a laser and it will reduce burning soot. 100% wet your leather. It's really important. Always wet your leather. I don't, like, I wouldn't say I soak it. Like, I don't put it in a tub or anything, but I give it a good wetting. You know? Where am I? Do I have everybody? I do. I need to fix some stuff on this. Settings, filter events. Oh, subscription, resubscription. Raven, 17 months, Dark Horse champion. Thank you. That's awesome. Awesome. All right, where were we? All right, so we've got this lovely thing here. while we're on our stitching thing, we might as well. What's the best way to do the stitching one? Actually, not do it like this. We're going to do it on just this one. Object, path. We're offsetting our path. It's the same. It was what? What did I do? 4 mil? Yes, I did 4 mil. All right. Oh. One thing that would be handy for you guys. One second. I'm going to back up a little bit. We're going to back up a little bit in case you're learning and not just napping over there. Okay. So before we've got our... before we convert this for lasers, another good reason to convert it, even if you're not doing lasers, is for scaling patterns. So often I'll try and, if I'm doing a pattern that I think could scale, I'll try and get the hole size for the stitching. You know, it's above 1 millimeter, but so when it scales down like a little bit or scales up a little bit, it's still in a good rough ballpark. 5 months. Thank you, Angles. That's awesome. 5 months. So right now, if we drag this, watch all the holes, right? Like they all change distance and size, and they all get weird. And so if you start scaling something and stuff is supposed to line up, if you just start scaling this, all the holes change, right? So a good reason to expand your appearance. Beep-a-doop. Expand. Is so that when you do that scale, right, the holes all stay. They all keep their distance. They shrink, and the gap between the holes obviously is going to scale as well. But everything stays there. It doesn't change the hole structure. Another thing you can do before we jump into here is we're going to select our line and we're going to go over to our graphics. I've got a bunch here. Look what they are. They're little holes. So if you hit the new graphic style button, it'll pull the information from what you've done here. So now we have that button. And we can go and expand this. We're good there. We're going to remove the fill. Give it a little doot. Wonderful. Yoneleth, what pattern should you ask for next? I don't know. That's a tough call. And with that, we can go over to this part and do what I was going to do. We're going to go path. We're going to offset the path. We've got our 4 mil, negative 4 mil, so it's inside. And we just go over here to our graphic style and select it, and it does the same holes, right? The only thing I do notice here is one thing is off. Let's see. Oh, is it off with that too? Let me just double check something. I don't know if it's off with the other one. It might be. But this here is something I always select. It probably is if we're using the graphic style. I'm not too worried about it yet. Actually, I am too worried about it yet. I'm just going to go back and double check. Let's go back. There. And check this. Yeah. So this isn't selected. We want it to align so it's centered. It didn't even move when I did that, so that's why I wasn't sure, because it looked pretty good. Didn't even move. It's just such a mirrored piece that it didn't really matter. What is this weird point? All right. Now, can I just delete this? Fuck it. We're just gonna do another one because we can. Now that we've got it balanced like that, we can do our offset path. I know I ramble a bit, so, and it's hard to read chat at the same time, so just wave your hands in the air if you need help with something. Now, the reason I noticed before that it wasn't like that is because these corners, this hole at the corner on both sides was down a bit. And that's why I knew it wasn't balanced out like that. So this is better. We don't need the top strip. We haven't broken this apart yet, so it is still just one line. I can select it with the direct selection tool and just delete it. Then we can do our expand stuff here and change our fill and increase our weight. All right. Oh, we didn't do it on this one. Boop-a-doop. Have I asked for a belt purse pattern? Yenilith, I don't know. How? I can't keep track of all that. All right. Now we've got this here, which we can just copy. Actually, I'm gonna copy. Yeah, that should be fine. You know what? That might not be fine. I'm gonna take this whole thing. If I do this, and then I can center, might get screwed up, may not. And then I can, these are all your alignment tools. Then I can make sure the bottom's butted together. No, that's not what I wanted. I got to group it first. Sorry. Oh, we haven't done any groups yet. All right. So as it is now, I just grab this, and if I drag it, everything separates. But if I highlight over everything, and it's Control G for group, this becomes one, which also means it'll align when I do what I wanted to do just a second ago. So I just pull this over. I'm taking this whole piece. There might be easier ways to do this. This is fucking how I do it, so chill out. We center it, and then we do it at the bottom and see how everything is exactly where you want it. Now, we can just copy this and paste it again, put it back over here. We've got that. We can use our direct selection tool to ignore the group and grab the outline of this original one. There, now we got that. So now we've got the stitching on the back and the stitching on the front of the satchel. One other thing that I always tend to do now that I've moved that stupid thing over here, let's just do this real quick. Let's put all these in a group. All right. And then do this. Let's do our alignment again. I call it overstitching, and we came up with the exact term on stream a little while ago. I can't remember what it's called though. But I always have another extra hole here on that my thread can go over and make sure that piece doesn't like flap away at all from, you know what I'm saying? Flap away. It needs to be locked down, man. Locked down, brother. Okay. This might take all of that. No, it didn't. So that's good. There. So now there is an extra hole on the back side that people will often screw up and start and stitch this top hole to that top hole. I put it in my notes now not to do that, but yeah, lock stitches. I think I was using lock stitch before. It makes sense. I'm going back to it. Melissa says lock stitch. I'm going with lock stitch. It's locking it down. Hey, Sashima, how you doing? It's Friday the 13th. Holy shit. Didn't even think about that. Yeah, Zashima probably will be for the contest. Enough people are going to get it free. There's a lot of people viewing right now, so, you know, it seems like a likely good contest one. Also, people like this kind of stuff. I've got the shoulder contest on right now, but, you know, armor is very specific. So, is what it is. There you go. I'm just doing a little investigation of my streams. 1 second. Oh, weird. I never did go live on Twitch. I wonder if something fell off. Do I go live on Twitch now? Does it matter? I guess it doesn't really matter. Anyways. So, I'm just going to do a little something for my own brain. Oh, how did I do that? Let's do this again. Just do that. Yeah, I thought it just automatically went... This is just for my own little figuring out. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. Well, thank you for whatever that was, because broke my ears. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the little like thing. That's nice. Very good. Make sure you like the stream, people. Now, I'm going to put a bunch of art on this. You can put whatever art you want on it, but I'm going to do some art on it. All right, where are we going with this? Simple satchel, nothing too crazy. Art. Still need to figure out the closure, but we could do the gusset right away. We're doing 3-inch on the gusset. I'm going to keep it all even. It's not going to taper or anything. I find that the taper of the closing the bag is just fine. That'll work great. We'll do a 3-inch gusset. Now, one of the things we've got going on here, this tool I'm still working with to make sure it's not stupid. That doesn't really make any sense. I feel like it's not always perfect, so what I do for my gusset is, first we got to get inside this group and select our stuff, our holes. Your Honor, my client would like to plead whoopsie daisies on missing his own Twitch stream. It's fair, but there's 43 people on YouTube, so actually there's more than 50 if you count everybody on the shorts. What's up, short people? All right, so we've got this. We've got our holes here. Because we've broken these holes apart, this is another important thing about breaking these holes apart. We can go up onto our info tab here. And remember, you might have to... Oh, my face is covering whatever I'm doing here. You know what? Whatever. Can I just pull this over? I don't know. Will that work? I'm trying to... Anyways, there's the info tab up here. And you can go into it. And because I've got those holes selected, we can go to objects. And it'll say it's got 135 closed objects. So there's 135 holes there. And it's got a length, 1803 point. So that is also something we can play around with. But usually I just go off the 135 closed paths. Now, we've got, I'm kind of annoyed about the screen, but I can figure that out some other time. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're 11 by something. 11, who knows? Let's just do a little test on this while we're at it. I'm going to do this info. 1803 is the length. Now, it should be longer because it's a gusset and it needs to go past the last hole. So let's do 1825. No idea if that's crazy or not. Let's go... did I just totally... 1800, right? I was going to say 1825. Oh, that's really long. See, that doesn't make any sense. That's too long. Ba-ding, ba-ding. Let's go back over here. Oh, maybe it's counting all... Like, I've never done it this way before. It might be counting around all those little loops. Let's just go back to my original way of doing things. Let's do 135 closed holes. There we go. And then we can guesstimate... Whoops. Come on, I don't want you in here. Let's get out of the group and paste it. If you paste something while you're in a group, obviously it's going to stay in the group. We're doing 3 by... We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, what am I doing? I can just grab this whole thing and measure it. It's... well, it's not 78 inches. What's going on over here? 10 by 12, so 24, 34, 44. Oh, we don't need the top. Let's do 39. And you know what? There's probably an easier way of doing this, but whatever. 39 by 3. Object, path, offset path. We've got the same offset as we did before. Now that that's there, we can go over into our appearance. No, hit our holes. I don't know what that was, but thank you, whatever it was. I didn't see any notification because I'm terrible. All right. Come on. We expand these. They should be separated. And what do we got? We've got 135 closed. What was the other one? 130. I mean 165. 135? 135 versus 165, right? Not a big deal. And because they're all broken apart, we could just like, we're looking for 30. Holy crap, that's a lot. 5, 10, 15. Whatever, I'm just gonna do this. It'll be close, right? Damn it, too much. Right there. Right there. Then I fucked it up again. Frustration. Why do those ones on the bottom look crazy? Is it just, yeah, it's just nothing. 136. A little convoluted. I don't actually do it like I just did it here, but I just thought of it. That's how I'm going to do it, and it kind of worked. Ish. Now we can just grab these, move these down. What the hell? What are you doing there? All right. Holding shift and dragging this down. What happened there? Did I just move the whole piece? Yeah. One of those days. All right, let's try this again. Just that. Just that. Yeah, that works. I don't know what I did that last time. Let's grab all this and make sure it's centered. Pretty much. All right, let's see what people are saying about my craziness. Use the calculator. One in the corner. Nice, sorry. What? Wouldn't the outline be considered a closed object also? Yeah, that's probably what was going on there. I think that's what you're saying. But yeah, this is correct now. You can just kind of look at it and you can see that it's correct. The holes are the exact same number on each side. That's all we needed to do with the gusset, right? All right. You know, I could do something cool on the bottom too, like I did. Like I could do like a. Actually, let's not fuck around with this one. Let's go over here. Let's copy this, and then take this and just kind of play around a little without absolutely annihilating everything. Whoops. Come on. There. There could be some art bit down here. Do I want to? No. Let's not go crazy. Let's not go crazy. I don't want people to lose their minds. We're fine. We've got our gusset. We've got our front and back. And this could be a little... Let's do this, though. Wait a second. There's also another problem that you might find. I'm going to see if it... What the hell did I just do there? 175, where are you? There you are. There's also another problem you might find with these. I don't know if we'll be able to find one. Sometimes they get a little weird. So if you have more than like a 0.25 on your holes and you've broken them apart, sometimes... oh, there's one. All right. So you'll find this kind of weirdness. I don't know what the exact reasoning for this is. But if you can remember to, I very rarely remember to, you can select your holes. So we got all our holes selected. And then you just have to kind of go back up into here again and make the corners round. I don't know why it changes them from round once you change it, but I guess it's because it just considers it a new line. And then you hit around and it disappears. So if you ever come across that, that's the solution. But it also means there's probably one on here as well. So might as well. Might as well. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Might as well. Not minus well. It's not minus. It's might as well. Thank you. Might. Oh, we also have to do this here. We got to break this part. I don't want to break it. I haven't wanted to break it apart yet because it's... let's just take the piece. Because I'm still working on the closure, but we can copy this and just put the piece over somewhere here. We can also make sure it's grouped. There we go. So we got this grouped. Oh, actually, this is going to be inside something. Yeah, let's not have that. Remove it, get out of the group, paste it. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Still not sure on the closure. If you guys have more ideas, throw it out there. And another thing you can do if you really want to, I did this on one of my bags. Really easy thing to do if you want to take the extra time, is you just make another piece like this, and then you can split your gusset up into like maybe a 2 and a 1, and then you can just stitch in 2 different gussets. So you're gonna have two parts of your bag. Magic. Anyways. Oh, I hadn't even ramble on. So just so you know, I didn't ramble on. That's such bullshit. The YouTube stream is free. No commercials for those that are watching it live because of the donations. And you can see there's been some donations. And I'm not going to beg, but I might. If you're interested in helping support the stream, you can become a member. You can gift memberships. You can become a second-tier member, which after you complete your first month of membership, you get a free pattern of your choice every month until you stop. So there's that, which is a stupid deal that I should remove. Honestly, I've gone over that a few times. It's really dumb. It doesn't make any sense. But it is there. So until I remove it, it's there. You can join Patreon. Which right now I have 1,000 members on Patreon, over 1,000 members on Patreon, because you can be a free member on Patreon. If you're not a free member on Patreon, go be a free member, because then I can advertise to you and try and convince you to join my Patreon. And also, occasionally I post free patterns for people, or free art on Patreon and on Discord. I'm all about the drawing you in with the freebies. Like today, we drew in a bunch of people today. A whole bunch of people said, "Oh my God, free pattern," and they're here to hang out with us. It's so cool. So I'm going to probably do more of the very much in your face. So we're doing a free pattern. People get over here and enjoy it with us. Second tier is badass. Exactly. Badass. You also get a green name, emojis. You can get some emojis out there. Holy crap, I should put some lotion. I haven't had any lotion stuff, but I haven't been working with leather. My hands, by the way, are destroyed. So I am a lotion fiend. 1 sec. Today's stream is being brought to you by the one and only CeraV. The same CeraV, or is it Cerasil that Michael Cera? I think it's Cerasil. Michael Cera is advertising. How do we receive the free pattern today? Through email? Yes, you do. I will say, like I usually give people 24 hours. That's not happening anymore. If you're here in the stream, I'm gonna say email this with a word or something in it, just to make sure people are on top of it. Actually, I don't even need to say the word. Like, there's no secret word. Like, if somebody just happens to get the stream just as it's ending and it's not live, I'm gonna give them a window. There'll be a window where they can email me like an hour or two, and you'll get the pattern. So there you go. So if anybody has to leave, let's just do that right now. Yeah, there. Trust just put it out. It's info@darkhorseworkshop.com. Maybe in the title put pattern giveaway so I can organize everything really well. And then, yeah, just make sure you send that to me right away. And I'll say it again just before the stream ends. We're rocking along here still. I've got to add some stuff to the gusset for like our hangers. I still got to figure out the closure. I might do two. I might put a strap down for people to use if they want to use a strap and buckle, maybe. Or I'll do a toggle, which is fine too. CeraV is the, yeah, this is CeraV, right? Well, this is it then. This is a satchel pattern that I'm working on today, Sandra. There's a little satchel here. So, yeah, I'm going to finish it up and send it off to whoever wants it. There will be some art that you can use if you want to, and there will be a very, very, very likely, as in like 100% likely, that this will be my next contest on the Discord server, which all you have to do to enter is submit lovely photos of your finished design with your art or my art to the Discord server contest thread for this pattern, and you get a chance to win 2 patterns or art packs of your choice, or 100% you win 1 art pack or pattern of your choice. So you can get this free pattern, make the pattern, enter in my contest, and then get another free pattern. So, and this is all great for me because what I do is I take the photos because I don't have time to make all this stuff. I can pattern it, but I don't have the time to make it all. I take the photos and use them to help me sell the patterns. So it's everybody wins. Everybody wins. Glorious. Did you know everyone gets a free Twitch channel subscription with Amazon Prime? Did you know that? Go over to Twitch and sign up to my Twitch with Amazon Prime just because. Why not? All right, back to what we're doing here. Do I do knot work on this? Of course, this is what I usually do is knot work. We've got parts. We've got our gusset. We're going to do... We'll probably do slotted D-ring. I like the slotted D-ring kind of thing on the gusset, so what are we going to do? Make it an inch? Yeah, an inch. Lord Raven says you need to incorporate your old toggle video into a new pouch, maybe a flat, no gusset version of your kidney pouch with a leather toggle closure. That'd be cool too. I like it. There's many things that I need to do, but I do like that idea. I'm pro that idea. Moving some stuff around here. There, that's better. Why are you guys way over there? Come, why don't you guys come over here? Come here. There you go. Marianne says, wait until you decide the flap style, tooling, etc., and then decide on the closure. That's fair. I like that. I'd want the tooling to move around any kind of closure there, but I also like the idea of giving people a couple options, like a buckle in case they want this to be more of a regular all-around kind of satchel, but also have the cool, like, medieval-ish closures as another option. Could even be horn, right? We could do a little horn toggle, a little antler tip. Yeah. Sam Browns are great. Yeah, see? Sam Browns are really cool. I love Sam Browns. Just like put it through a keeper and then snap it on. But I am me. Sam Browns are one of my favorite closures. They just look really clean. They're really clean. That's probably the best way to put it. Melissa just joined Discord. Nice. Welcome to the chaos. All right. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. We are going to do... We have snapping on? We do have snapping on. We're doing a 1 inch. Is 1 inch enough? Yeah, this isn't a huge bag. 1 inch is probably enough. I guess. Let me stare at my ruler for a second. That's 1.5 inches. That's probably too big. 1 inch seems too small. But you know where I'm going. Anybody? Any guesses where I might be going? Then I gotta go find 1.25 inch shit. I think 1.25 inch is probably the best bet though. I'm gonna go 1.25 inch. 1.25 inch. 1 foot angles. Good. Sandy says the chat wasn't turned on. You're like, just quiet, everybody's transfixed. 1.25 inch. Boom. We've got our 1.25 inch. We are going to... Do I do a single loop double D? 1 second. Single rivet. Single rivet? Do I do single rivet twice? I don't think I like the single rivet twice. Let's go with... fail. I've got some PvP to do here. I've got to go slay some alliance. What's happening? This is silly. Was the microphone on? Oh man. I want... Just trying to... I'm doing the... There's going to be D-rings on each side. And I'm just trying to decide on if I want it just to be to a single rivet. Not really. I have to assume people aren't going to have ridiculous rivets like me. So we need 2 rivets. Thank you. Thank you for explaining yourself to me. Me. But I also don't want it to be double layered leather. Whoops. On the there. Ah! Why are you not working? Just work. There you go. Love of double D's is pretty universal. Anyways. The plan is to do this slotted thing. So you got your slotted piece here. This tucks into it. Beep, 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 beep. Rivets through. This is on the back side, inside your piece, and this is on the other side. So this needs to be... This just needs to be a little more distance here, I think. But, you know what, I'm going to change something. I want to make it so that it is the same on both sides, just in case people get confused, which I get confused all the time. So let's just make it the same. Let's give it a little bit of distance here. And we're going to bring this in. Maybe just 1. This is where prototyping is useful. It just doesn't seem... Let's see. If I double click on the magnifying, that's the size of it. Like that's the real size for me. I think that's fine. All right, let's just make sure that these are evenly spaced, because now that I've fucked with them, I'm not sure if they are. We can go up here. We can hit this button here, and it'll evenly space them. That's fine. Let's make sure. Oh, let's group this. So now we're gonna group some stuff. We group this so that that group moves as one, and then we can grab this. It's probably exactly how it's supposed to be, but you never know. Yeah. So then we center it. It's fine. We center it. It's fine. All right. Now what? Oh, let's round some corners. There. Lovely. I hate that about Illustrator. When you drag one side, it stretches everything. Which part do you mean, Visco? When is the wife invading the stream? No photobombing the stream. She's on the island right now. She said she'd be here, but she's not. So I don't know what to say. And I don't like. There's something about the balance of. Let's change this. I don't like the. Let's take snapping off. I want more distance. That's all I have to say. And now I can... Can I just grab this? Yeah. Boom. That feels better to me. Now I can take this whole thing and group it. And I'm going to bring it down. Before I bring it down here, I'm going to make sure... What do we got? Let's group this. Let's center this. See how this moved a little bit? Well, everything moved, but... Get out of that group. That's weird. How many? Oh, that's why. Now we can just take this whole freaking thing. We can be like, okay, it's gonna rivet here. So this loops down to here. So our D will be like here, right? And then this goes through and it rivets twice. We can do this and just do another centering. Where is it? There, that's better. Copy this and paste it. Then we can go into this group and we can destroy the outline, and we can go into this group and take away these two holes, and then we get outside. Now this should be grouped in. Actually, no, before we group this in, I'm going to grab this individually. Now that it's like its own little thing with the exact spacing we want, I'm going to create a group. I'm going to copy it, paste it, turn it around, and then we're going to bring it down to the other end. Whee! Ish. That's probably all right-ish. And then we grab both of these. Now we're going to group these ones because we want we want things to center off of those and this, right? We want these two objects to be equally distanced or something. There, very small change, but yes. We need two of these. We got two of them. Going. Here we go. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Okie-dokie. We've got our gusset. We've got our two slots with D's. Do you find that 3-inch is the best pouch per size? I don't know about the best. I wouldn't pretend to say that I've made enough that I would guarantee a nice gusset size. I did Where is my little bag? Is it even here? I thought I left it here. I guess not. I've done way too small. I've done way too big. I think 2.5, 3 is, yeah. It feels good. Really depends on how much. Like there's tons of bags that are way bigger. Like 3 inches. You know, honestly, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, 3 inches. It's because it's a smaller bag. I think it's fine. But we're gonna get rid of like half. We're gonna have it's gonna be like this thick, right? It's not gonna be very thick. But that's easily changeable. People can adjust this. I could even just, if I wanted to, hand them a couple of gussets, right? In the pattern, I could just take this and be like, hey, what size gusset do you want? Because here's one. And then we can just grab the edge of this. Make sure snap's not on because it could get weird. And then we go... and just count the key taps. And they got options. There they go. How big is that? Now, how is it? Now it is 3.5 inches ish. Right. I made a 4x6 to hold my cell phone. It was perfect. See, Raven says 3 inches is perfect for most. I'm going to almost say that now that I've thought about it, I'm going to go with this one because of, I was thinking 3 inches, but now that we're like, you got to think about the seam allowance and how much that's going to get rid of. So, and Yonala says I would go for a 2-inch gusset. There you go. Like Yonala just needs a small, thin bag, which is fine. And honestly, I'll probably do a few gussets just to give people options. Now that we thought about it and talked about it, it was a great idea. Why would you not? Especially considering it's going to take me. It'll take me 5 minutes to make 4 different gussets and make the size perfect. And I'll be like, hey, what size gusset do you want? Pick one. That'll also that can also fuck with the flap a little bit. Well, not too much because it will just push it down. You know, it's not that bad. I'm overthinking, as I do. All right. We've got these little bits, closures. Now are we on to closures, or do I need to do a strap now? I don't really want to do a strap right now. I hate doing strap stuff, honestly. I don't see the chat that is being responded to. It says Wayne. Do you see it? Oh, you wouldn't see the multi-chat. Yeah, Wayne and Runic, there's 2 streams. There's a horizontal on my YouTube channel, Dark Horse Workshop, and then, of course it's on my YouTube channel, but you know what I mean. There's both. There's like my regular live stream, which is a horizontal live stream, and now YouTube has finally allowed us to do short live streams, but it's a little weird on how they've done it. And so as they work the kinks out, there's 2 streams with 2 chats, and I don't have my multi-stream chat. Usually I'm streaming on Twitch too. I don't have my multi-stream chat on the shorts feed because it would just be a mess, I think. Whoa, look out. Like, where could I put it? I could put it like over my face. Or at the bottom. Let's see. Where could I put this thing? One sec. I'm going to try and put it on here. I'm just interested. It's multi-chat because I'll forget otherwise. Ah, it is right over my face. Good job. Let's see here. But like, I don't know if you're going to be able to read it on a phone. Like, it's so small. Where could I put this thing? Yeah, there's not a lot of real estate here, you know? Is that even worth it? Is that even worth it? Like, that's what I'd like to know. Now that it's there. Is that even worth it? Yeah, Runic, there are a lot of moving parts, and it is annoying, but awesome at the same time. Let's see how many people are over there on the shorts feed. Yeah, there's like 15 people over on Shorts. Hey, Shorts people. And sorry, Twitch, for forgetting about you. Fuck. So anybody on the Shorts right now, can you read that silly multi-chat on your phone? Like, really? Probably not. Where was I? Now we're going to do a shoulder strap. We got to decide how wide it is. 1.25 is not too bad. Now that I've done it as 1.25 inch, not too bad. One end is going to be fastened directly to the D on the other side of this. And then the other side will have, depending on what kind of closure I do for the flap, will have a closure on its side. Like if I was to do a toggle closure on the flap of this, I may do a toggle closure on the other side of the strap. And sometimes I want a wide strap. This is a fairly small little, I feel like it's small. Maybe I'm crazy. It feels small to me. It's fairly small, so I don't want to go too wide on the strap. I think keeping it the same as these with 1.25 should be fine. But sometimes I will taper it. Like it'll be going to pet some dogs. Nice. Have fun. Have fun. So we can do a snap to. If I was to do we can do this. I center it off, so there's one hole off each side. Just makes it more, makes it a little easier for me. Then we can add our points here. Boom, boom, to lock those down. And then we can say we want this strap to be, well, 1.5 inches would be an extra 1 dot. But whatever that is, what is that? If I grab this, that's 1 3/4 inches. And then we can just pull it out a little bit. Delete this part. Like, it's not that hard. It's just like a little annoying. Bring it out. Go back to these points where we're rounding, because why not, right? Let's bring this one more. There we go. There we go. So now we've got our flared, you know, not super, it's cool, but a pain in the ass. If you're making these, like, then you got to cut a weird strap instead of just cutting a straight strap. You know what I'm saying? And your faces. On the Shorts version, it had the pattern making on the bottom. Yeah, and your face and chat together are nearly unreadable. Yeah, the chat is not going to be readable on the Short stream. I'm going to go pop over there and take it off because it doesn't make any sense. You can't, like, nobody can read that. Like, I can't read that. Like, how would I read that? And why do you keep popping over to this screen? Stay over in your lane, you silly thing. Where's multi-chat? Multi-chat. Useless. The short stream really is I've randomly discovered this channel stream, because then if you're really watching it, why not just watch it on the regular horizontal and turn your phone, right? Kind of makes sense. In my mind, that's what I would do. I'd be like, oh, this is cool, and then I'd switch over. I guess I should do a random bot post of, hey, this is also over on, this is streaming in 2 spots, in case you didn't know. Where was I? What was I saying? Oh, yes. This becomes a pain in the ass if you are making product and you want it to be easy and simple, because this isn't just a straight strap, right? Now, you could do, that would be cool. All right. Well, so now that I've thought about that, it would be a pain in the ass. Why not this? Why not? So you want to do something like this. You're like, this would be cool. Instead, you do it so there's a strip. We're going to do it because why not? This could be fun. Yeah, or not. We'll see. We'll see if it's fun. All right, we've got our strap. And our strap goes to like here. No, it doesn't. We still want it to lock right out. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. I was thinking we could do like a little straight through. Let's grab this. Let's lock this. This could be cool. Or, whoops, or dumb. Let's unlock this and change the opacity. Let's relock it so I know what I'm doing instead of fumbling around. All right, so then we can make these little join spots. If I could properly connect things, and instead of, oh, this is gonna be weird because it's snap. Okay, let's unsnap it. Connect these. Add a centerpiece. We're going to grab all three of them just to make sure they're perfectly aligned, and we're going to do this kind of alignment shit. And then it'll adjust it slightly. We can pull this out. This maybe, I might scrap this, but I'm just off on a tangent right now. Just give me a sec. Now, if these are separated, you can click, you can go like doot doot, or you can grab them with the direct selection and go Control J. As long as they're properly formatted, like not in a group weirdly or something, they should just close up for you. So like this is what I'm thinking, right? We've got our single strip, but we want it to taper and be kind of cool. So we cut our single strip, and then we've got these like you fold them loops. You know what I'm saying? You fold them, and then it goes through the D-ring, and looks awesome, right? And you could do maybe a little decoration. Yeah, I'm adding random shit to this. Let's do it. You could stitch it or rivet it. I would probably want to do both because it would look cool, but I can put the stuff on it for both. Oops. Do this action again where we do this and group this and then grab all of it and center it. Then we can take this and offset the path. We can come back over to our options for our old stitches that we just did. Then we can expand them. Let's show people because people may just be joining randomly. We're going to expand the appearance of these. Actually, just to make sure. You got to do expand appearance and then you got to do expand. I don't know why, but whatever. And now they're all individual dots. Remove the fill because it looks better without the fill, or at least less ink. Right? I like having something on in the background while I work on my project. I'm not really watching, but listening to someone else in the industry work on their stuff helps me focus on my work. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. But that would be why I was watching in the shorts. Makes sense to me. Whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. I mean, it's cool to find you subscribed and watch the normal streams, but it was weird seeing 2 different streams happening at the same time on my subs page. Vasco, I agree, and that's something I'm not sure about going forward, right? I like the idea. I like what they're trying to do, but you should be able to... You know, honestly, I think I might be able to, in the back channels of my, before I go live, there's just so many options, so many things that I need to think about before I go live. Like, why are you over there again? Get back over here. Like, I think that, well, I know that if I publish a video, I can mark it, if it's a short, I can, actually any video, I think I can not, might be just shorts. I can make it so it's not published to my subscribers, so they don't get notified. So it just kind of goes out there, and if people find it, they find it. Which if I can do that, I'll have to try and remember to do that next time. That's something I would prefer to do. If I had that option, I would like to not go live. I would like to not notify people that the short is live. They can find out in this channel if the short is live. The shorts will be a bit more of a, hey, look at Discovery kind of thing. So I know I can do that when just posting a short. I can make it so it doesn't notify people, because people often don't want to have their shit pinging all the time. But, yeah. Where was I? You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. What the hell? Do I have... Oh, interesting. Where was I? Yeah, that's true, Vasco, but I do know people that will be like, fuck this shit, and unsubscribe if they get spammed with a bunch of streaming stuff. Honestly, my stream has been killing my channel for a while, but I like streaming, so I don't care. Not worried about it. Where was we? Oh yeah, this was locked, so I gotta unlock this. Was this locked? Must have been. Yeah. Unlock this path. Make it 100 again. We can delete bits in the most awkward way possible. There. And now we can... I don't know. now we can move this out of the way. Right. And then we can link these. Is this snaps on? No. Right. All right. And obviously some of this... And obviously... That's another catchphrase of mine. Obviously, I always say that. I obviously always say that. Now... Center this up a little bit. A bunch of these holes are unnecessary. Whoops. This even seems a little excessive. It may be too long, like when we fold it. Like if it's folding down here, that seems way too long. But I'm still working on it. These stitching holes will be unnecessary, but they'll look cool if you just carry them along. Or you can just rivet it, right? Hey, Lord Raven, I haven't done many videos where I condensed and uploaded a build video. I should do that more often. It's just tough with all the stuff on the screen and crap happening. Yeah, but I should. So now we can just copy this. I still think it's going to be a little weird, but maybe not. Yeah, it's probably is going to be weirder than I think it is. This needs to be compressed down, but for now, I'm not too worried about it. Um, right. And then we've got to figure out how long the strap's going to be. One sec. Is this long enough to even do it? It's not bad. I think it needs to be longer though. Well, this is for me. I'm gigantic. Longer is better, and they can always cut it. Yeah, the strap should always be custom, you're right. What? What did I do? Visco? Can see what I'm doing? Oh, what have I done here? Oh. Thanks, guys. Yeah. So I did this. I just made it so the stitching goes onto that. I still think that this is gonna be, I like this idea. It's too long though. It should be like, should be squished a bit to like, you know, like something like that. But for now, that's okay. Nobody gets this pattern instantly. I need to like do some adjusting and then send it out tomorrow. So, but we're on the right track here. I also need to do the art, but I'm liking where we're at. Where's my? There it is. Lauren says, I love your stuff. Awesome. Thank you, Lauren. We are making a pattern that people are going to get for free as long as they're sticking around and see what's going on. So we're also multi-streaming on YouTube. So we're on my regular stream, which is horizontal, and then you have found my short stream. So welcome to the short stream. Same stream, different layout, all that stuff. Engel likes the longer doodads. Okay. You know, you could, I was just feeling like it might be a little weird, but you could also, like, you could fold it because it's going to fold around here. This is where the D is going to go. You could also stitch it across here if you wanted to snug it up. I just feel like there's a lot of like empty space. Oh, wait a second. I'm an idiot. Never mind. Okay, never mind. I'm an idiot. So, well, maybe not an idiot, but I have my moments. When you fold this, you guys will be like, yeah, that's what we thought we were going to do. Why didn't you think of that right away? So it stitches through, but it also stitches through itself. You know, like it's stitching both sides together to cinch everything down to this D ring that'll be here. And then with the last few, you don't stitch down because the D ring's there. You just back stitch and then fake stitch the center part, maybe like this, about this amount here. You're good to go. Can you recap the past 20 minutes? I've been fucking around with the strap. So the past 20 minutes honestly have been, don't do a tapered strap because you want to have it easy to just cut your strap out. And then I was like, well, we can just make our little tapered bits for the end. That'll be great. The only other thing that I would say is a concern for me is this. D-rings are notoriously annoying once you have the, like, on the top curve, right? So, because, like, we've got our, there's something to think about while I'm babbling. Oops, wrong thing. So we've got our D-ring. But just remember, that this side might be a little bit of a pain in the ass. Like, so honestly, our taper down here might need to be even narrower. For this, it's fine because it's going through this side of the D-ring. But for this, going through this, it might get a little awkward. So I may have to take this and taper it down for at least to an inch, just to give it a little more, you know, a little more love. You love his face as the entire stream. Is my face the entire stream again? No, it's not. Okay, good. Fuck. Nice purse or bag. A hug. Greetings, Antonio. Thank you for stopping in. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Just checking my numbers here. We are getting to the, like, this has been almost 2 hours. Look how fast I can do a pattern. I should do more patterns. This is what I'm trying to do right now, do more patterns. All right, so I'm going to narrow this because I've talked about it, and I obviously need to narrow it. It's the first order of business. It needs to be narrowed just a little bit. So I'm going to do that. Unless it was a rectangle ring instead of a D-ring. But to do that, I kind of have to remake it as well. So let's... Oops. Are you free? Yes. Snap is on? Yeah. Hello, Roberto. How are you? Welcome to the short stream. We're streaming, double streaming here on YouTube. We've got the short stream, which you're watching, and then we are over on my regular stream, which is horizontal, for the horizontal love. So, welcome, and glad to have you. Melissa says, I was going to suggest the rectangle ring. See, now I'm like currently in a position where I'm like second or third guessing myself because, you know, I could just use a bigger D-ring. I could just do a slightly oversized D-ring because in my brain, this is how my brain works. Like, I like that these are the same size at their point. So when they match up, whoops. Now that I've grabbed them both. So when they match up, it looks, you know, it looks the same. They're both pulling. It's the same distance. So I'm going to leave it and fucking figure it out. Now that we talked about it, I'm going to leave it. But you could taper it. Moving on. In theory, what do we got here? Let's just drag this just for my own sanity. Probably unnecessary right now, but way unnecessary. You know what? I'm not going to do that. We're going to do a... Whoops. We're going to do a short little... This is what it should be like. Which is always fun. All right. What's the other side going to be like? The other side has got a D attached to... Now am I doing a weird 1-inch keeper thing? I guess I am. I guess on the other side is a keeper. Bear with me. Bear with me. Yeah. All right. Hey, Lauren. Do you take more clients, me, or are you talking to somebody else? I just make patterns, mostly. I do film work and make patterns. I don't know if you're talking to somebody else, but my clients are people that buy my patterns and then go on my Discord server and hang out and make my patterns and their own patterns and talk about leathercraft and props and costumes and fantasy stuff and medieval shit, Viking stuff, all that jazz. Where was I? Oh, yes, the other end of this. I went off on a little tangent. I'm just starting to think about, you know, we want the straight shoulder strap. And then we've got these tapered parts. But then am I tapering the buckle side too? Oh, okay, good. What does Felipe say? Where's Felipe? Hello, everyone. I'm actually working right now on an armor for a client right on the art carving. It's like working with someone else right here in the workshop. It's really nice. That's sweet. Welcome, Felipe. I'm not sure who's where, though, now. I'm a little confused. Because if Lauren is on the shorts... No, that's not the shorts. Roberto's on the shorts. Right. Roberto says, I have bought a laser engraving machine just because you said it's a good investment. Nice. Love to hear it. Okay, where was I? We've got a single strap. Am I doing... Oh, that's what I could do. All right. This is mostly making sense. Mostly. Now, mostly. Our buckle side, just bear with me as I figure this out. The tongue comes over. The buckle is going to be... Is this 1 3/4 inches? All right. Yeah. I'm on brain pause here as I try and sort this strap out. So at the other end, am I tapering it for a buckle? Is the buckle going to be narrower? Because I don't want an 1 3/4 buckle. That's gigantic. So now that I've made the strap 1 3/4 inches. Is that big? It's not that big. 1 3/4 inches is fine for a strap. So I'm going to inset the buckle piece and the strap piece. So that's going to be 1 1/4 inches maybe. What is this? This is 1 1/4 inches. So our buckle's going to be 1 1/4 inches. That means that we need something like this down here for our buckle. But it also should be pointed? I don't know. We've got rounded bits and we got pointed bits. Landscape is life. I moved because I like the horizontal view better. There you go. Trust says, read my comment above and think about it. Either way, it's going to be hard to do a backstitch where the ring sits when the rest is stitched together. No, I don't think so. Like, you stitch it, you go boom, 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 you stitch all that up, and then you just don't. Like, you could, like, are you talking about this piece here? Like, you could stitch. You could go, where's my fake stitches? All right, so I'm going to do my fake stitches here. I'm going to do my fake stitches here. And then we're going to put the D in and fold it, rivet it, and stitch up to the fake stitches and back a bit, and up to the fake stitches and back a bit, and same on both sides. Because you don't have to stitch the whole thing together. It's fake stitches, right? So you just back stitch here, like ignore these. Like ignore like all this shit, maybe. Whoops, not all that stuff, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know why it's picking up all that. Shouldn't be. Anyways, you should be able to do it. I don't see why it would be a big deal. I can't figure out why it's a big deal in my head, but I could be missing something. You just fake stitch it. Pretend these holes don't exist. Oh, that's why it's doing that. So yeah, pretend a bunch of holes don't exist. Stitch it all together. And then, but I would do the fake holes first, but they're just two separate things. It makes sense in my mind. It's probably unnecessary, but it will look cool. But again, do whatever you want to. That's the general. My general idea is always do whatever you want to. Do whatever works for you. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Have you ever done art with a unicorn seahorse? A unicorn seahorse? No, I've got a sea stag and I've got a horse. But never a unicorn seahorse. Oh, Atlantea's SCA's mascot is a unicorn seahorse. There you go. That sounds cool. Wouldn't be too hard to just Mickey Mouse something together. Just take my horse, cut in half, and put the tail on it, and add a horn. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Mash it up. Now, again, where my brain goes is we've got all this stitching on this piece. It's kind of cool, but then there's no stitching on this, so it doesn't match. Losing my mind. You know, there's a lot, like I've got a bunch of this done so far. I'm pretty happy with where it's at, and it's been the 2-hour stream that I wanted it to be. We got lots of viewers. We got shorts viewers. We got regular YouTube viewers, and we kind of forgot about Twitch. Sorry, Twitch. But you know what? Twitch kind of forgot about me, so whatever. So I'm gonna wrap up. I'm gonna wrap this up because there's some stuff here where I'm gonna have to stare at it for a while, which is super entertaining for everybody. And then I also have to do the art, and then I've also got to play Warcraft. Some of those are more important than others, but that's just the way life is. I like where we're going with this. It's very close to done. You guys, Loktarogar, you guys remember info@darkhorseworkshop.com. If this is something you're interested in getting for free, just send me an email. I will finish this up this weekend. And with art, fucking Warcraft. I should not go home. I should just stay here and do the art. I should do another stream with the art, and then you guys can tell me how to draw, which is always fun. And then make sure you're on the Discord server. So if you want to make this, you can just enter it and get a free pattern just for entering my contest, right? So obviously that would be a good idea. Yeah, this has been a very fun stream. I enjoyed it. Lots of people in here. I like the idea of hey, come on in, hang out, and we'll talk about the patterning. We'll learn how to pattern together. And you guys will get a free pattern. And I march my Dark Horse Workshop army towards its inevitable place amongst pattern-making leaders. I don't know. Anyways, this has been fun. You guys are awesome. Join the Discord server. Hang out with us. I'll see you everybody Friday. I've got another X-Tool video coming out, and then that's the last like official laser video that I have to do for anybody for a while because I'm not taking any more lasers. And then it's back to like real builds and stuff that I really want to do. So love you guys. Mwah. Have an amazing Friday, Saturday, whatever it is. Great night, great weekend. And I will catch you next time. Bye for now.